Leave me alone, I might need me a sec. I need it. Fuck it, I need me a check. I need it. Saying with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go for the neck.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? It's episode 17 of the Us versus Us podcast. I got my brother here with me. How you doing tonight, Prolly?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing good. It's probably New Year week, you know. So,
hey, big week. What are you're turning 28?
28, yes sir.
Yes sir, 28. What's a big number that's 28? Like your Adrian Peterson year? That's like all I can think of.
The Jordan, one that comes up.
Jordan Jones year.
Chris Johnson.
There you go.
No
basketball players, I don't think.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't think so.
No, but 28's a good year. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, like nice midway between, feeling young and feeling old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no, that's exactly how I'm feeling. So.
And I mean, hey, bro, another year around the globe is tremendous. You know what I mean? Do you want to talk about that more next week, or you want to like kind of just talk about maybe like leading up to it and just like how you're feeling and excitement? Or
I'm pretty excited. I just think like I always, I love celebrating life, whenever I get a chance, and you only get like one. I always look at it as that, like you only get one day to celebrate, like you specifically. You know what I mean? So it's pretty good. It feels good. I'll see. I got like the weekend off and shit, so.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Just some time to chill out and do your thing, bro. That's fire.
Lots of shit to do.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you got a show this weekend and shit too, so it's gonna be pretty packed on shit for sure. But another year came around, and as we were talking about it last week, the big festivals in Coachella came back around and did its thing. And I mean, I just kind of wanted to get your original take on 2025's Coachella, because like I think actually it kind of lived up to the hype and stuff from what I watched and everything like that, and all of the clips I've seen. So let me get your 2 cents on it.
I mean, it was dope. I think Coachella, I think they went all in on like the big major artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there was a lot of like sleepers that performed as well. But like referencing back to our last episode as well, like Megan Glow, they performed.
Mm-hmm.
And Meg brought out Queen Latifah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is fire.
But there was just solid sets. It's like I always say like it's cool that they give you a chance to like go to Coachella without like going to Coachella, because like you can stream it and you can just kind of like pick who you watch and at what time and what you want to flip through. And the cool thing about streaming is they have like the multi-view too, so if you watch it on like a TV, you can watch like multiple sets and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, there's a few artists that I think like surprised me with how good they did. I think like Benson Boone was one of them. He kind of balled out on Friday.
He was tight at the he was tight at the Grammys. So I'm assuming like in a bigger set where it's like focused, and he can actually like kind of have a little bit of creativity, like freedom and shit like that.
Yeah.
He can kind of go a little bit harder than what he did at the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, overall superior lineup and shit like that. I just want to give like a huge shout out to Travis Scott and shit, because I feel like it was kind of like the pinnacle of the show. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody was like most hype kind of for that and shit like that. But like the Gaga fans definitely came out and went hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have to go back and watch post set if I like can find it or whatever. But Travis, I think had like I just know Travis's music like that, so I was just going crazy, because yeah, that set was just insane, and like the stage, the stage presence and the elements that he did with the stage was fucking phenomenal. Um, Shit was crazy. I think yeah, all the rap people like for there not being like too crazy names besides like Travis Scott, and all the rap people did pretty good. Fucking Mustard had a pretty good set. He brought out some fire like people too. Fucking
Yeah. um but I mean, just like kind of talking about it and just like watching it, and of course, like I said, it's like an annual thing, of course. And it's been around since like 1999, I guess. One of the articles you shared me from Vulture actually ranks all of the Coachellas from 1999 to this year. And I just, we should kind of talk about that, and what what are some surprises for you, and what do you think maybe should be some higher or lower on the list?
I think the surprise for me is uh how fucking long this list is. But it's also like how like high recent years are on the list. With like just last year's being a top 10 one as well, So
Number
it's like
8.
yeah. So it is kind of cool to see it like metamorphosize and become just like a bigger and bigger, and the more variety of acts get thrown on the list. Like it's dope. It's dope to see it go from like real rocky, real like vibes like that, not like crazy rock, but it's pretty cool to see it go from like that. It's always been like I would say kind of like a little bit of an indie festival. If you will. You know
That's
I
what
mean?
I was. That's what I was just about to say. Because the early like 2000s, I feel like it is like more of even like rock y. It's very Radiohead and Smashing Pumpkins, Nine Inch Nails. But I did have one of those at least picked for like for ones that I would go to. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I look at the whole list in general, of course the ones from like later, well, the ones from like my graduating class, like around that time frame, that stands out to me. But then like the ones like kind of like a little bit later definitely like sound like a little bit more like kind of turnt, honestly.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean? But at first in those early 2000s, it does feel like pretty rock heavy. You know what I'm saying? I like what this article does as far as like giving it like two kind of rankings, because they have like a ranking that for the headliners, and then they also have like a ranking for the undercard and stuff like that. So the article was just like cool as fuck to me.
Yeah, no, it's one of the better lists of rankings that like we've definitely like referenced on the show. I think even the little comments are pretty cool that they have in there. But I mean, dude, yeah, I think going to Coachella would be sick, like hands down. Everybody always says like you have to do it at least once. I'm not a very big people person as far as crowds go, but it would be so fucking fun to see some of your favorite artists that like may not be on the same card like ever. You know what I mean? Like go to one tent for your like indie rock vibes. Like that's what I was gonna say about this year too. Is like even though there weren't like crazy names, I wouldn't say there was still like some really dope like undercard artists that I fucked with that really did really well.
You're talking about this year?
Yeah. You know, and usually, like, I'll be honest, like, there's some cards that I've watched and streamed that I've, like, stacked where it's like, dude, I can't even watch 2 artists at once because, like, I want to watch this one, you know? So you, like, have to go back on the stream and go catch it. So it's pretty cool, though. You can do that.
Yeah, of course.
I think I've streamed it for the last 4 years now. Or, yeah, like, at least the last 3. But 4, I want to say. And it's just, like, the highlight of sometimes of my weekend. Sometimes it lands on my birthday weekend, too. So it's, like, cool.
Yeah. It would be, like, it would be dope to kind of make it out for one of those.
I mean, yeah. Do you have... We can just start and just pick lineups and talk about ones we can go to. That's what would be the picks, you know?
All right.
So we can flip a coin if you have a coin for first draft pick. I flip it and you call it.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Tails.
We have tails.
Beast. So I'm number 1.
Yep, you get the first draft pick.
Oh, I already know what's good with it, cause the one at the top of my list was, and it stood out, and is number 2 on the rankings, is 2018.
Nice.
With The Weeknd, Beyonce, and Eminem. I think that one would be really fire. Eminem was coming like out of his, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a little bit like post recovery even, so just to see them all 3 at them, Beyonce as well, you know, get a case of the beehives. And yeah, no, it's ranked number 2 overall. I thought that was pretty fitting just because those are all pretty good, I would say. The Weeknd is like a vibe in itself too. Nice.
I like that. I'm gonna go ahead for my first pick, and I'm gonna go last year's with Tyler the Creator, Doja Cat,
and Lana Del Rey.
Yes, sir. With no doubt, I just think the lineup is pretty stacked. Tyler would put on a hell of a show. I think I did watch. I know I did watch his set last year, and it was fucking wild. So seeing it live would be pretty fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot, like Lil Uzi was still chilling. There's a lot of good undercard acts in that one that I think last year would have just went good.
Fire. I do like that one as well. For my next pick, it's kind of funny. All of these kind of have the same theme, but for my next pick, I'd probably go. And it's kind of cool because I got a shirt of it, and I didn't even realize, but I do. But I pick it anyways. I got a shirt like from a record store or whatever, and it's 2015.
Nice.
So it's AC/DC, Jack White, and Drake. I think that shit's just bangers. Boom.
Bangers.
Yeah,
AC/DC and Drake.
Yeah, classic rock and Drake. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Nice. One that stood out to me, that I think would be pretty fire as well, for different reasons. 2019. With Childish Gambino, Tame Impala, and Ariana Grande.
Nice.
Featuring Sunday Service, which fucking epic. So that's a solid one. I think seeing all those people live would be pretty fucking fire.
Yeah. For my next pick, kind of sticking to the same theme, bro. And it's kind of cool because it's ranked number 11, and it's also 2011. Going Kings of Leon, Arcade Fire, and then Kanye West.
Nice.
Yeah. And I like the Kings of Leon probably gets me the most excited because I fuck with that band really a lot.
Yo, sex is on
Yeah,
fire.
that one.
Nice.
Yeah, all that.
Nice.
So give me that one too, and then those are my top 3.
Okay. Are we doing how many? 3?
We can do 5. I
Okay.
think I got 2 more.
All right, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mine 3rd is, I think something about seeing like legends live would be is epic.
Mm-hmm.
So give me 2008 with Prince, which
Oh, dude,
someone needs to tell me if Prince actually went and performed there, because I'd be so upset. But yeah, Prince, Roger Waters performing Dark Side of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I had that one on my list too, bro. I honestly skipped that one, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, so you came in, you stole that one.
That's beautiful.
But I'll go ahead and I'll do. What do you want? Probably you want a classic one, or you want same theme.
I don't know.
I'll
It's up
go
to you.
same theme. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go same theme. And it's Gaga, Radiohead, and Kendrick. So it's
Nice.
the
It's number
2017.
one.
Yeah, number 1.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same thing. Just lots of. Well then. I think I'm just gonna stick to my theme and just keep going with like personal, kind of ones that stood out to me in 2003 with the Beastie Boys and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It ranks number 17.
I was gonna, dude.
Give me like.
I was looking for a good Red Hot Chili Peppers one, and I was gonna pick 07.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna pick 07. But dude, good pick. That's a great pick. For my last pick, bro, we're gonna do this year's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my 5.
That's your 5.
Yeah. So let me repeat mine back. So at 5 I got 2025. At 4 I got 2017. At 3 I got 2011. At 2 I got 2015. And then at 1 I got 2018.
Nice.
Cool.
My 5 is gonna be 2014 with Outkast, Muse, and Arcade Fire. I don't know if I'd go watch Muse or Arcade Fire, but Outkast would be fire.
Just get him on there.
But like Pharrell was on Saturday, Kid Cudi was there, and then like Sundays a little bit more chill. Fucking Calvin Harris, Lana Del Rey, cool shit. So the undercards would be like what would carry me through the weekend. Outkast would get me to the weekend. I don't mind. I think it's ranked number 3.
Yeah.
On the list.
Yeah.
But I like Outkast.
Yeah, Outkast is crazy.
So my 5 are 2014 with Outkast. 2003 with Beastie Boys, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2008 with Prince, Roger Waters, Jack Johnson. 2019, Childish Gambino, Tame Impala, and Ariana Grande. And then 2024 would be my first pick with Lana Del Rey, Tyler the Creator, and Doja Cat.
I just want to say this one too. This one too gets an honorable mention, and it's 2010 with Jay-Z, Muse, and Gorillaz.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one honestly should have been on the list, but
yeah, I should have picked that one.
Excelente.
Fire.
Yeah, good lists.
Fire.
Good list, good drafts. Would chop that up, screw that up, and it's gonna be a banger. You're gonna hear T-Pain perform it. T-Pain, bro, he finally got to perform at Coachella. Did you see a little bit of his set?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty fire, huh? Good for him.
Forgot to shout him out, but yes.
Yeah, I love T-Pain, bro. Wish I would have saw him last year.
T-Pain was fire.
Another reason why this weekend is so exciting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that one is your birthday.
Yep.
One,
Probably New Year, baby.
probably New Year.
Shout out.
But two, it's WrestleMania.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I'm like I don't know. I'm like a football guy, so it's like I don't know like how to get like excited for like wrestling yet. But like I don't know. I feel the excitement. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this shit's this week, and then, I'm like getting ready for it, and it's kind of crazy because like a couple years ago, bro, I probably wouldn't have, you know what I mean, been as so excited. But since we've been like living together, and after last year's WrestleMania, I'm like, hell yeah, I gotta watch now. So, what do you like kind of expecting, and like with the build up and everything? How do you handle it, and what's good?
Dude, no matter where I go or how far away I get from it, anytime I can like tune into WrestleMania Day, like that shit is kind of like the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, cause like it's the one day like you gotta watch the pre-show when they do like the set reveal, and they do make it a whole thing that whole weekend, you know? So
it's like a whole preparation thing too, what leads up to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, from the time I was little, I just like always loved it. I would get like super pumped for it. I think the earliest WrestleMania that I was like really pumped for was 17. WrestleMania 17 with The Rock and Stone Cold at the Astrodome. That was 2001, and then I think the next WrestleMania, probably not the next WrestleMania I watched, but the next WrestleMania that like is embedded in my head is WrestleMania 23 at Ford Field, when Undertaker fought Batista and John Cena fought Shawn Michaels. I watched those live, and that was insane. Just watching the TV as a kid, just super excited. And then I think the next WrestleMania that I watched was MetLife,
New York,
with The Rock and John Cena. If I'm not mistaken, that's the same one where Triple H and homie had a Hell in a Cell match. But that like carried the card, and it was just so awesome. I just remember watching the pre-show to that and being like, dude, it's fucking WrestleMania Sunday. Like, it's rocking. And then I went to WrestleMania, and that's when it's like, okay, now I get the hype. Now I get everything. Now, like, I understand the atmosphere that is built with WrestleMania. So, that being said, the build this year, I mean, they got some epic ones. They got some ones I'm like, about.
Yeah.
But shit, I'm just super excited to get to like watch this shit on my birthday weekend and enjoy some family time possibly too, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I know that, you know, we might have some plans for that or whatever. But either way, if it doesn't go through and we get to just watch it here, you know, it's gonna be good times and shit. So like I know that you stick to the rap sheets, bro, and you try to keep it low key, man. But I've been like on the net, and I found kind of like a match list, and so it has like a kind of like a lineup for both nights. Do you want to hear that, or are you trying to be like surprised during WrestleMania?
Nah, I don't, cause like you would see, yeah. What is it?
So night one is gonna be, and I think you even told me that the Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk will be like the headline. You know what I'm saying? But it'll also have the Gunther Jey Uso fight. It'll also have the women's championship fight, the WWE Women's Champions fight with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. They have the World Tag Team Championship with the War Raiders and the New Day. And then they have the U.S. Championship with LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. Rey Mysterio will also fight El Grande Americano, which is, isn't that freaking, what's his face in a mask?
I don't know, D. You tell me.
And then Jade Cargill and Naomi will start off the night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. We'll see what the schedule's like. That doesn't sound like a bad first night. Mm-hmm. I'm probably most excited for the triple threat match. I just think, like, I'm always hyped for the big matches like that, like,
yeah,
with the big guy, with the big superstars.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, the Jey Uso fight, versus Gunther, that seems like pretty legit. I've been paying attention to that one.
Yeah. That's one of those ones where the build for me. Mm-hmm. Hopefully the match is better than the build. But I'm also excited to see a Rey Mysterio match. We don't know how many more we're gonna get. So
yeah, sure.
WrestleMania versus like a pretty solid wrestler, or Rey Mysterio versus a pretty solid wrestler. At WrestleMania is like, yeah, that could be a show stealer in a way. But also the Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair match is pretty interesting to me. I just want to see them kick each other's ass.
Yeah, let's go at it. Put on.
Each other up.
Just put on. So for night 2, you want me to start at the beginning or start at the main event, like how we did the other one?
It don't matter.
So the main event will be, of course, Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
Yes, sir.
For the Undisputed Championship.
Yes, sir.
The co-main event will be the WWE Women's World Championship, the triple threat match with Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. Before that, we'll have another Women's Tag Team Championship with Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra. The Intercontinental Championship with Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Finn Balor. So that's is that like a free-for-all kind of, or like
Fatal 4-Way?
Fatal 4-Way. There we go.
Foul.
And then the two matches to start the night. One would be Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, but AJ Styles and Logan Paul will be the official start to night 2. So, which ones of those ones are you like kind of excited for? I mean, I feel like the triple threat match, gotta love it, right? Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair.
That one's cool. The Intercontinental will be pretty wild depending on what they do with it. Some of the spots they have. I think for me, it'll be cool to see what Finn Balor does and how that turns out. And then, yeah, like the main event will be a big one. I think, yeah, we'll see if Cody continues his reign or they give it to John Cena, or if The Rock shows up, or if what happens.
He's got it, right? He can't just duck out the whole time. He's got to pull up at least.
He's filming this big ass movie that's supposed to be like.
Is he like fucking like jacked as shit again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen something for it too. So
I mean, like, we'll see. I don't know, like, if he does show up, I don't know, like, how involved he'll get, maybe. But I think it's uncertain right now if he's going to be there or not. I like you said, I think he got to, I don't know, it'd be fucking pointless for them to
for him
do that shit out Royal Rumble and then, like, not fucking
like
follow
finish.
through at WrestleMania. But I don't know, man. It's wrestling, so who the fuck knows?
But yeah, check out WrestleMania 41. It'll be on Peacock both nights. It'll start at 7:00 Eastern. So lock in. Just make sure you guys are watching and stuff like that. I know we will be, and I hope you have fun watching it too. Probably.
Shit's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Dope.
For sure. Yeah.
That kind of rolls us into another exciting reason. Another exciting reason why the weekend is so packed and full of shit. The NBA playoffs. Well, they start tonight with the play-in tournament going on. I was supposed to put that on, but I never got to it. With the play-in tournament starting tonight, the Golden State Warriors playing, and also I forgot from the East.
The Atlanta Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks. And then the Denver Nuggets will play Game 1 of their playoffs against the Los Angeles Clippers at 1:30 on Saturday. First of all, let's backtrack a little bit, right? Let's go back to a couple games to when we lost Malone, right? What did you like think of that? Like initially, what did you think? And then now that you've had a little bit of time to like kind of like let it sit in and like let the team cook, what's your thoughts moving into the playoffs?
Moving forward, I mean, like, I think I'm all in on Jokic, obviously. You know what I mean? Locking down the 4th seed and getting that home court advantage in the first round at least is pretty important. But it's gonna be a tough road, you know, and I think from the decision that like Conley made, or not Conley, Kroenke made, I think that just shows kind of where they stand. You know what I mean? And he kind of, some of the stuff he was saying during his first press conference when he was just talking about like he wants to squeeze the juice. He wants to squeeze what's left of what we can get out of this roster. And that's him kind of saying like, you know, we're going to keep optimism kind of realistic, but we're also going to just let these guys go out and do what they got to do and like play, you know, whether it's for, you know, each other as a team or whether it's for the point of wanting to win a fucking championship. Like, they just got to do it. And I think that translated onto the court.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. There's guys that are playing with different chips on their shoulders, and it's starting to get me excited.
Oh yeah, I mean I feel like the energy definitely the energy picked up for sure. It jumped, I would say, from, you know, a stagnant feeling to everybody like feeling a little bit more committed. And I guess like if that was the goal for them, is to like kind of get a spark, then I would say that, you know, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? It sucks to see Malone go, but, you know, our team will kind of like, from what we've seen, they've reflected a positive like vibe or outcome from that and everything like that.
Well, I think I came home on Friday and I was like, dude, it's almost like, you know, when like the two people that are fighting are like leave the room, or like two people that don't like each other are like leave the party.
Oh yeah.
And like the party can like start and everyone can kind of like actually start
like
vibing.
just chill. Yeah, the whole like
the tension is out of the room. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh shit, what the fuck. So like, you know what I mean? You don't have to pick a side of the room to chill on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like everyone can kind of come together, and I think that's like sometimes that needs to happen in any kind of team setting or any kind of like relationship, or you know, even at work. You know what I'm saying? Like get rid of the toxicity and see what like comes up. You know what I mean? See what kind of floats. And you know, I hate to be like Mr. Positivity, but it's kind of always how I attack it. You know, if you just keep a positive mindset and kind of look at it as like, all right, now all I got to do is control what I can, you know. And I think, yeah, that's kind of the different chips that we're seeing on some of the guys' shoulders. We'll see what the rotation is like, I think. Who guards who, if we're going to put CB on Harden and Gordon on Kawhi.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably what we might do.
With like a mixture of like Peyton on him, right? I mean, because like MPJ is gonna have to like switch on him every once in a while too, just because of the length that he has, right?
Yeah, I mean MPJ in general is just gonna, like you said it before, like just in general MPJ is just gonna have to like step up, you know. MPJ is gonna have to step up and like become a valuable piece to this dynasty, you know, if not just as big as Jokic, like bigger in a way. Yeah, I don't know how you could be bigger than that, but like knocking down big shots, being able to guard different positions. Because I guess he has like ties to the Cronkies, and they're like, he's like one of the like,
Because they're Mizzou guys.
Yeah, they're like he's like untradeable.
They fuck with him a lot.
So if that's gonna be the case, dude, like, bro, you're gonna have to start playing like that. You know what I mean?
If I've always said it too, you know what I mean. If he knew who he was as a scorer, he probably would be like top 5 at least in the NBA. You know what I mean? But it's so much self-doubt and like I wouldn't even. It's just like hesitation, I guess. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what it is. It's just a little bit of hesitation and like not go, like just go. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost, and it maybe not even really, but like it's almost like he's the James Harden in our OKC like trio. You know what I mean? Like Nuggets fans love Murray, like OKC loved Russ, and then we have our star player in Jokic, which is like their KD, and then we have this guy who's like, he could be a 1 if he wanted to, or if he could. That's like kind of what I'm getting at, is like, I don't know. Do you think it was like Malone favoring the 1-2 punch of Murray and Jokic, and it's just like, if he has more looks for MPJ, he's able to, if he gets more plays ran for him, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, where the opportunities come at uncomfortable times. You know what I mean? So it is almost like it explains why he just pops threes whenever he gets the shit.
Yeah, like although he has the ability to create off of the dribble, I feel like it's like he's always struggled with that, so it kind of put coaching in a bind because it's like, all right, well, he's not doing that, so we have to draw something up for him for like a pop, like a pick and pop, or you know, he's not really not really moving around like crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little rough, and I don't blame him. Dude has back problems, and like, you know what I mean, like coming out of college, I didn't even expect for him to be as fluid of a shot as he does have and everything like that, you know what I mean? Like he's just I think he's a great scorer, and once he realizes it, then maybe he can elevate himself up to. It's just rough to be at a Jokic level, dude, because dude's average like a triple double.
And I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the pieces. You know what I mean? The piece has to be there. The value has to be there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like bro has to be MVP. He don't have to be all that. He just has to be 24, 26 a night. Like you know what I mean? We need to get shit out of him. We need to have that, because if we don't, then like he's there because the Cronkies like him. You know what I mean? And so like I would love to see him do that. I'm saying play him at the fucking 4, bro. Play him at the 4. Let him have the touches Aaron Gordon gets and see what happens. Because Aaron Gordon can go 30 a night, right? Or 30, he went 30 a few nights ago.
Yeah, the other night.
So it's like, you're telling me Gordon and both of them can pop off, I guess, right?
I think Mike even still had 22 or something like that with AG scoring his 30. You know what I mean? So when you're splitting touches and you're able to put up just like, you know, equivalent numbers, if not less than, then I assume that like with the touches, I just wonder how to use him. You know what I mean? Like, cause like giving him the like ball and like the freedom, like sometimes he makes, you know, bad decisions, you know, turnovers and stuff. So it's like, yeah. So then it goes back to like the drawing up things. You know what I'm saying? And then you limit yourself to that. So it's like, just not sure how. You know what I'm saying? But once we do, and if he's not tradable, once we do, then he's kind of gotta be our guy.
I mean, he's probably one of our promising scoring options outside of Jokic, if as far as like ceiling goes. But I mean, the proven right, like the constant this year is CB. So like I really do think those are the two guys that heading into playoffs, if they perform good to great, like we'll be competitive. But they need to have chances, and they need to like also I don't know, I see kind of like the same things you're saying like about MPJ with CB as far as like the confidence goes, but like I would look at those two guys and say like as long as they're on fire, we'll be pretty all right.
I agree. I'm just looking at the other side of the bracket too, or at least, you know, further along, we did end up drawing the stick where we would have to play OKC later on if we move on, or like if we win. Is that something you're concerned about, or what do you have like initial thoughts on that?
I mean, shit. I think I wouldn't say concerned. Like I'm very much so like, let's fucking go. But it's like I said, it's gonna be tough. They're a tough team. Going OKC is a tough place to play, especially when they're going crazy. And they'll be playing playoff basketball. But depending on what happens with the play-in, I don't know if Memphis or the Warriors, you know, are my picks to go in to get the final two spots. I don't think either one of them are a walk in the park. So I feel like if we can play them and get into a good rhythm, that's when the competitiveness comes in. But I would look for us to at least fucking try to make it a series. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If we get to that point. And after that shit, I mean, I would feel like if we make it out of that alive, then I'm like, fuck it, dog. Championship.
Just chalk it up already. Huh? No,
Yeah.
but I mean, but like it's pretty cool because the Lakers are playing Minnesota, so that's gonna like take one of them two out for us. And then I just depending on if the Warriors win tonight, bro, I think it might be a good road into the finals. If we can, overcome this first matchup for sure.
These first two, would be nuts. If we can get to there, I'll go crazy.
James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac.
Norman Powell is there fucking.
We average 8 more points than them a night, 2 more rebounds, 6 more assists. They got
we just need to fucking
a
run.
little bit better steals. We got more blocks. They have more turnovers. We shoot better.
Just can't go shot for shot with them though.
They shoot better free throws. Yeah, that's not something we want to do at all.
If we get out, we run, and we can board up. I think we'll be all right. But we just gotta keep their second chance points at a minimum, and keep them off the free throw line, and we'll be cooking,
Mm-hmm. Peyton Watson, bro, averages 1.4 blocks a game. They have him up here. He averages 0.3 more than Zubac.
Good shit, Peyton.
Suck it, Zubac. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little like Zubac's pretty good, bro.
He's a beast.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be a matchup for Jokic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, but like he always kind of does his thing on him, but
yeah,
another like big body in there to kind of make Jokic change a little bit more of his shots. You know what I'm saying? Is always like a little concerning.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the other motherfuckers got to come in and crash the board. We need Aaron Gordon. I mean, honestly, if Aaron Gordon's going to be guarding Kawhi, then MPJ needs to be always crashing boards. Because he's going to have to.
Yeah. It's got to be your thing is rebounding and
keeping them off the offensive glass, man. They can't have no second chance points because, God forbid, we give James Harden a shot and then Kawhi a shot in the same, possession down the court, and it's like, dang, well, fuck, we can't do that for a long time. So.
Well, all right, Prolly. Let's go ahead and let's wrap it up for the week, brother. It's been awesome. Go ahead and hit them with your social medias like we always do, brother.
Hey, as always, my name is Prolly, all one word, on Instagram and X. You can find me on TikTok at my name is Prolly97, as well as on Twitch. And you can find me on YouTube at my name is Prolly Official. Please holla at your boy. Follow, like, subscribe, all that shit. Thank you.
Another big thing, too, is Prolly does have a show at the Rick House this Sunday. I know it's Easter, and it's also probably New Year, too. So there's a lot of shit going on, man. Make sure you make it out. We still got tickets on the low, so hit us up and hit Prolly in the DMs so that we can get you guys locked in for that. You can find me on all social media platforms at #Dion. Spell out the #_Dion. That's on Instagram, X, Discord, Twitch, everything. Go follow or go subscribe to the YouTube and subscribe to the Us Versus Us podcast YouTube. We drop in two episodes a week, and we got still 3 more weeks of that, and then we're just new episodes all the time, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you as always, Prolly, for showing up, pulling up, and showing out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your thoughts and your mind. We're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody who listened to the podcast, whether it was for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or the whole hour. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are amazing. We're gonna get up out of here. So, peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
I need me a check. I need it. Saying with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go for the neck.